Hey friends, the topic of the debate simply won't release its grip on me. I desire to discuss her. I desire to obtain additional information about her. I desire to indulge in fantasies about her.
Oh my!
If you stumbled upon this video, let me briefly tell you what it's about. The company OpenAI, which gave us the GPT chat, has introduced a new neural network that generates videos of simply incredible quality based on textual descriptions. You can just inform her of what you want to see. For example, a cartoon kangaroo dancing disco moves, and you'll get such a result. When I saw examples of what a SORA will be capable of, the first thought that popped into my head was, soon you will be able to make entire movies without leaving your house, just by having a computer at hand. Alright, so here's the thing. I have to make it clear that this idea has been stuck in my head since I first saw video generators like Runway. Seeing the quality of those generations and clumsiness in their use, I realized we have a long way to go before movies. Now, after seeing what a SORA is capable of, it has turned from being very far to being quite close. I adore contemplating about the potential directions this neural network's development can take. That's what it's all about, development. I'm curious to see what she'll become in the future. The first version for sure will change a lot of things, but here is where we can discuss how and into what it will transform. So this video is essentially me discussing the direction an argument will take us, the individuals who should be concerned, the impact it will have, and all the related details. You're on the Neurosphere channel. My name is Dimitri. Let's get started. Let's start by talking about the current version and what we can expect in the near future. Now, we observe that she has the ability to generate highly realistic footage encompassing both stationary and moving imagery, utilizing camera motion. She has the ability to modify the plan, such as transitioning from a general plan to a larger one. What is the significance of this? If you are interested in video production and require comparable clips to enhance your own video, there is no longer a need to search for such footage on stock sites. Simply input the desired text. Get it and she'll give it to you. Convenient? I think it's convenient. And I also think that video streams, if they don't die, will definitely lose their relevance. I'll make a little remark. We don't know how much using SORA will cost. Taking into consideration that this is video generation, it is going to require a significant amount of computing power. Not to you, but to the OpenAI company, so there's reason to believe that SORA is going to be quite expensive. And it's quite possible that buying the necessary footage on stock sites will be much cheaper. It all depends on the needs and plans that OpenAI will offer us. Okay, we have the price finalized, so let's continue. What other capabilities does SORA have? She can make adjustments to an existing video, she can prolong its duration, or she can combine two videos into a single one. This gives you some mind-blowing possibilities, I tell you. Here's an idea for you. You've probably seen ads on social media like, "We'll draw your wife as an empress," and so on. Especially a lot of them on VKontakte. And it's clear already that in most cases they draw a neural network, but people pay after all and they don't want to deal with neural networks. It's easier for them to give money and get results. Now in Vision, you are not just painting a picture where your son is fighting Darth Vader, but you are actually making a whole video about it. Here is a pre-made idea for earning money. Like, subscribe. And the amount of content that awaits us on social networks is difficult to even imagine. In Instagrams, TikToks, and other shorts, there will be an abundance of generated content, reaching a point where distinguishing between the genuine doggies and the neuro-doggies becomes increasingly challenging. There will be accounts that will accumulate views exclusively on videos that are generated within the SORA platform. Or here's an example. You need to promote your product and you're making a promotional reels. According to the script, you have a dude sitting on a cloud and reading a book. You used to have to take all of this off. So like find an actor, equipment, visual effects specialists, editors and stuff like that. Well, or just go to an advertising agency and fork over a ton of cash. Now you can just whip up a video argument by typing out what you want. But what is it if not a revolution? The world of content creation will definitely change just like the content itself. Many processes will be easier and video makers will have a super tool that they will definitely rock using. Certainly, the correct outcome will not always be achieved on the initial attempt, because this is merely the initial iteration. There is a high probability that something on the video is inaccurate, because this neural network lacks a complete understanding of how objects interact in the real world. But you'll remember what kind of videos neural networks were generating just a year ago. So what's in store for us in the future? I understand that the first version hasn't even come out yet, and I'm getting ahead of myself. But I can't let go of the idea that we'll be able to create a full-fledged movie with virtual actors, dialogues, special effects, and a soundtrack just by having a computer at home. So I think that in the next versions they will add sound. Right now all the videos were presented without sound. You will have the opportunity to transfer one character to different settings without changing their appearance. The people that are generated will learn how to talk, and it will be possible to write text-to-speech. OpenAI is really good at combining their products. This perfectly shows an example of how DALL-E 3 was implemented into the GPT chat. This leads me to believe that in the future, when computational power permits, GPT chat has the potential to obtain a visual representation. So we'll be communicating with him not through text popping up on the screen anymore, and not even through voice, like in the current mobile version. We'll have a person's face on the screen that will be generated in real time. By that time, the GPT chat will have already evolved, and virtual reality goggles won't be so clunky anymore. Maybe the neural link will be fully implanting its chips, and most likely it will become something like,
You look lonely. I can fix that.
you can say that I've watched and reread a lot of science fiction, and all of this is still very, very far away. But could you have anticipated such remarkable video quality from neural networks just a year ago? It is only going to improve. That is precisely why Sam Altman is currently searching for billions of dollars to establish AI chip manufacturing operations. He is truly frightened of shortages. These are the computing capabilities themselves. Incidentally, we discussed this in our episodes of NeuroNews. In the early 2000s, I found Fruity Loops. It's software for writing music that I discovered and used. Now it's referred to as FL Studio. I was extremely happy. I came to the realization that I am by myself at home with only a computer, and I have the ability to compose a song. And I desire to have faith that in the near future, a youthful teenager who is passionate about the subject will create an entire film with the assistance of neural networks and uncomplicated software. I'm not saying that it will be on par in terms of quality with the modern blockbusters they show in theaters. No, it's going to be some pure creative stuff. However, it is going to be possible, and I hope that it will be understandable. You were with Dreamer Dimitri. See you later.